Hello everyone, we will today talk about an important section of forensic medicine and forensic toxicology. Forensic toxicology, this science studies the process associated with death, establishing the causes and mechanism and time of death, as well as in analyzing the injuries the called lead to death. What is forensic thanatology? Forensic thanatology is a field of forensic science that examines death from the medical and legal and perspectives. It plays a key role in forensic in science, helping experts determine the circumstances of persons and death. Next, legislative frameworks in the judicial field. In forensic thanatology is based on criminal or procedural legislation relating the conduct of forensic medical examination. Included in internal and regulation and national regulation and fundamental of legal and regulation, included in main documents and expertise in regulation and ethical and principle. Next, in studies of methods of forensic and thanatology and methods for personal identification and methods in dactyloscopy. Dactyloscopy, the uniqueness of the in papillar and patterns on the in fingerprints and allowing for and precise in identification of a person and comparison of fingerprints in the crime scene in the database to consider will be and dactycard and program and papillon systems and papillon in systems. Next, methods in DNA and analysis. DNA analysis in using in unique and genetic and markers and for identification and extraction of DNA from in blood and hair and salve and comparison of the short tandem and repeats and profiles. Next, and forensic and dentistry. Forensic and dentistry in using and dental data and records for identification and comparison of dental and X-rays and determining an age by tooth wear. And image of a dental chart with notice in comparison before and after and personality and reconstruction. Next, biometrics and methods, always to you in constrictional a face from a school in using in facial and futures for an automatic identification in photo and comparison 3D and modeling of facial structure. Next, and forensic and pathology and methods and mechanism insurance and determination of the type and direction and strength of impact in description of the nature of injuries and modeling the mechanisms of injury and diagram and showing the bullet trajectory. Next, in forensic and toxicology, in determination of the presence of toxic substances in the body, use and methods in chromatography. Chromatography by detection of poisons in drugs, blood and urine and analysis. Next, in methods and forensic and pathology and medicine, analysis of strangulation and marks, establishing instances of mechanical and strangulations, examination of injuries on the neck and hematomes, and maybe hematomes in rope and marks, maybe in faces, maybe in deeply in strangulation in lane. Next, and determine of the include and forensic and pathology. And determining on the diff is an important aspect of forensic medicine. It is carried off based on the following instances, and early changes and late changes. In early changes include cooling of the body and cadaveric and spots and rigor mortis. And late changes included decomposition and mummification and skeletization. Next, forensic and pathology divided in two parts, and clinical and biological. In clinical, in vital function and temporary and stopped, but reanimation and actions, and clinical and symptoms. And here and failure and asphyxia, and scenes and no pulse and breathing and reflexes. In biological, irreversible cessation of all in physiological and process, and brain death and circulatory and arrest, and scenes and cadaveric and spots and rigor mortis in tissues and compositions. Tissues and compositions. Next, mechanisms and strangulations, and poisoning and violent and death. This strangulations and mechanical and strangulation and asphyxia from external and factors, and types of poisons and chemical and poisons and drugs. Next, in gunshot and cold wounds, and gunshot wounds, and scenes and entrance wound and exit wounds. In classification, point blank shot, close rank from and a long rank. Next types in cold weapons and punch tract and cut and chop it. Next, in forensic and psychiatric and examination, in the cases of crimes against the person, in forensic and doctors can conduct forensic psychiatric and examination in assessing the mental state on the suspect. And finally, forensic thanatology is a complex but extremely important area of medicine that helps to solve a crime, establish causes of death, and ensure the objectivity of justice. Thank you for your attention. I hope you find this course useful and interesting.